The biggest problem I see in my industry is numerous healthcare professionals are undermined by stress, burnout, and they feel really misaligned in their careers because they have evolved over the years. However, they feel trapped in their degree, in the title, in the prestige, and they are afraid to pivot to a different and more aligned career at the risk of losing everything they've built so far. The truth is, burnout is never the individual's fault or failure. It is always a culmination of faults within the system, and very often, burnout is a signal that something is not right. It's a necessary interruption, otherwise we would have just gone with the status quo, a spiritual awakening disguised as exhaustion. If you are listening to this and you're tired in a way that sleep cannot fix, all hope is not lost. Burnout is what happens when your inner life and outer life stop agreeing. For years or sometimes even decades, you can outrun the misalignment. You can perform, succeed, get titles, you collect the credentials, the income, the approval. But eventually something inside of you says, this is no longer sustainable. Burnout is not random. It often arrives at the exact moment when your identity can no longer sustain or contain who you are becoming. So think of it as a forced pause, a wake-up call, or a jolt strong enough to break the momentum of a life that looks good on paper but feels hollow in practice. Spiritually speaking, burnout is an invitation to stop living on autopilot, to stop outsourcing your decisions to a person that you were 20 years ago, to ask that deeper question, am I aligned with God's purpose for my life? So the big question is here, friends, how can I deploy my innate gifts and capabilities in a way that serves others, has impact, ignites my passion, and allows me to take care of my family and friends in a way that reflects God's glory, so financially viable as well. So in a nutshell, burnout has not shown up to destroy you. It has come to redirect you. A lot of times people talk about purpose as if it's a job or you could contain it. Purpose is not a job title. It's a way of serving. Here's where many people get stuck. They assume that finding purpose beyond burnout looks like changing their profession entirely, throwing away years of education, throwing away years of experience and prestige, starting from zero, or finding this perfect calling that suddenly comes out of nowhere. Purpose is something that you already are doing in some way, shape, or form because it's innate, it's built into you. And all you have to do is to start using those innate capabilities to serve those around you in a way that adds value. So it's not a title, it's not a role, and it's not confined to one industry. Purpose, therefore, lives in tasks and not in labels. It's found in the way that you solve problems. It's found in the way that you create unique solutions. You're activating your creativity, thinking critically, innovating, serving others with your specific capabilities in your way that is unique to only you. It is really aligned to your unique DNA in the way that you can serve like no one else can serve. When purpose, passion, and proficiency overlap, that is when work begins to feel like purpose, like a calling. It then stops feeling like self-betrayal. You may still be working very hard, but it no longer feels like you are disappearing in the process, like you are betraying your values. So living a purpose-filled life is not about becoming someone else, but about becoming unapologetically you, fully expressed, and the exhaustion lifts when your work begins to reflect your inner wiring. So how do we find purpose beyond burnout? You don't have to burn it all down and start from scratch, contrary to what other people may think. You need a bridge that will help you to cross over from the realm of misalignment to the realm of alignment in a career that is drenched in purpose. One of the most dangerous myths about burnout is, I have to burn down everything I've built to align with purpose. That belief keeps people stuck for years. And the truth is, real alignment does not require destruction. It requires integration of everything that you've learned, everything that you've become, all your lived experiences. Those all come together to sharpen your innate gifts and skills. And that is why burnout is not random. It really has come to wake you up at this right moment. Everything is happening at the right moment. So this is the time, instead of dreading that burnout has happened, embrace that burnout has pushed you to this point where you are listening to this video and you can begin to take the steps to move forward and align with purpose. So friends, your past is not a mistake. Your experience is not wasted, and your skills are not obsolete. You do not have to start from scratch. You do not have to burn everything you've built down. There is a way that you can begin to transition, to cross over that bridge and move to the realm of alignment. I call it the bridge to becoming. The bridge to becoming is an intentional transition between who you were and who you are becoming, without that financial panic or identity collapse or any reckless decisions. It really is where your old skills get repurposed, your experiences get recontextualized, and your next chapter is built deliberately, not emotionally, and not by happenstance. That's one of the most important decisions that we make in our life. And now you get to exercise the right of choice to deliberately begin to build your career in a way that's aligned with purpose, and that will allow you to heal from burnout and begin to find that fulfillment that we all deserve. So burnout is not the end of your story. Burnout is the part where your story gets honest. And so I work with healthcare professionals who are ready to combat burnout and transition into a purpose-aligned career through unlocking and enhancing their innate gifts and capabilities and skills transfer. Because I believe that true fulfillment in work and life, because you can't separate the two, is attached to deploying one's God-given gifts and capabilities in a way that serves others, ignites passion, and amplifies income. If this is you and you are ready for transformation and you want to be part of the beta group that's going through the bridge to becoming with me to overcome burnout and align with purpose in your career, then type me in the chat and I'll reach out to you, because it's going to be at the lowest price that it's ever going to be as we roll out this beta version of the bridge to becoming. I work with healthcare professionals who are ready to combat burnout and transition into a more purpose-aligned career through unlocking their innate gifts and talents, serving others, igniting passion, and unlocking income. I can't wait to partner with you as we unlock this new realm of purpose and becoming together. Just know that you don't need to start over, you need to cross over. And now is the time.